Hello, everyone. Sorry, I don't know how long I'm going to be on for because we're having storms and my power's going off and on. Let's wait for somebody to come in. If anything, I may have to reschedule for tomorrow. So, wait for people to come in. Hey, September. How are you? Hey, Rocco. Hey, Canadian girl. Hey, Anne-Marie Roberts. Hi, TM. Hey, Sweet Pea. So, so everybody knows my dad's home from the hospital. He's not eating on his own, so he's going to go back on his feeding tube, which that means feeding tube and feeding him in COVID is not going to be fun. Yeah. Thank you, September. He'll be okay. One good thing is, he's in an apartment, attached to the house, so we can get to him very easily, me or my son. Thank you, Rocco. Thank you, Oklahoma. I know, Anne Marie. It's just so sad. I remember Doug like from the beginning. I started watching him when it was him and Mama G and Hannah, the three of them. Doug's strong, and he'll come back, stronger than ever. And I'm thinking about going with Marissa to Florida. I think the arena is August 12th. So yeah, that's when he started. September is when the Gabby. But he was recording before that, and he was just showing the videos to his daughters that lived in Indiana. Chicago, Illinois, sorry. Chicago. Hey, Heather. I'm here. Y'all probably hear the thunder and lightning and everything else. Well, not the lightning, but you'll hear the thunder and the rain. Trying to feed my dad on his feeding tube in the rain, well, the dark, and can barely see in the rain. It was like frustrating. Thank God it was my last one for the night. So with that, with me having to, hey Jackie H, having to take care of my dad, it will cut me down to like one live a week until he gets better. And that will be like another 2 months, if that. So we just need a lot of prayers for Doug. And you can send get well cards to him. His friend is accepting cards. I'll have to put the address in there. Thank you, Heather. Oh, let me tell you, y'all. So, Monday, they kicked him out of the hospital. Speaking of my dad, he got up, took the IV out himself, started walking out of the room, and security took him back to the room. And so security sat there and watched him until we went and got him. It's been one hell of a week. Between my dad, Doug, and my dad trying to leave the hospital, and this ain't his first time leaving. And it probably won't be his second. He's about to be 71 years old, and he's stubborn as I don't know what. Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, I heard that too. Sweet Pea, was it yesterday? I have been in contact with his daughter Nina. Yeah, I'm feeling better. I still have a lot of, the chest and stuff, but I'll be all right. I'm getting better every day. So, yeah, I've been in contact with Nina. She appreciates everybody, what they're doing, helping them out, helping Doug. and everyone, when you go past the 7-Eleven or a store that has a Slurpee, grab one and think of Doug. Because you know the Slurpees was his favorite. Oh, hell. My lights are flickering. Oh, I love Slurpee. Sweet Pea here, we only have like 2 Slurpees. Not two, not two. We have 2 7-Elevens. Like one not too far from my house, and then one in the next county over. But we have Wawas on every corner, Sweet Pea. Ugh. But I think Wawas have Slurpees. I haven't been to Wawa in a while because I get tired of them. But then again, I haven't been able to go anywhere really, being sick all this time. Yeah, icy. That's what I've heard as ices, not Slurpees. But the 7-Eleven here, one time they had a thing you could take your container and you take a cup and then you could fill whatever you had up with Slurpees. People were doing Tupperware bowls. It was ridiculous. I wish I was doing YouTube back then. Yeah, Slurpee for Doug. Slurpee prayers. Heather posted the address if you could send get well cards. If you want to do gas cards in there, help the daughters out, anything to help them. And then on Doug fan page on Facebook, you can go on there and then you could click Nina and Heather's thing and you could scan their thing to either PayPal or Venmo them. Venmo? Yeah, Venmo. Because you got to think, they drove all the way here from Chicago to Florida. They're back and forth from the hospital. They have to go back to Chicago after their dad's, cleared. It's a lot on them. So anything will help. We love our Doug. He was the only one willing to drive past the laundry house every night for us. Even when he didn't feel like it, if we asked, he did it. That's what kind of person Doug was. Even when we asked him to take us to the shack. Yes, Coke is his favorite. And we were riding around with Doug one night, and it just so happens we ended up coming to a street called Kumquat in Florida. And I had told him the story, him and Mama G, when back in the day when I worked at the ShopRites when my kids were little, somebody called me a effing kumquat. They didn't know what it was. They just seen the thing and they called me a kumquat. So it's a running thing with on that channel. I'm Kumquat Shelly, so that's how that became. Ugh. I don't know if you could hear that, but Oh yes, sweet pea. Yes. And Heather, one night, Mama G was sitting there trying to say, kumquat. And then she said something to Doug, and then she ended up calling Doug come, not kumquat, come twat, come twat. And I was like, and then when Shorty said that, I was like, oh my God, them two are the best. Yes, Doug and his family need all the prayers they can get. We love Doug. Oh, Lord. Right? His shit shoot. Oh, yeah. And then the one time he was in front of the thing and he didn't realize he was in front of the camera and he got caught. Oh yeah, China. Doug and his can't say China. I loved it. Yeah, right. And Heather, everybody was getting mad when he said "hey." When you're sitting there, like some people would get mad, like, "Oh, I'm from Canadian. I don't like it." Y'all,